final thoughts on Charlie Kirk. At least I hope so. I just see on global TV, they're codifying what constitutes hate speech and why it should be criminalized. I say, I understand now, in the wake of the Charlie Kirk assassination, in the wake of the horrible rhetoric that's coming from across the border about anybody who even criticizes Charlie Kirk in any way. I mean, it's ridiculous. Yes, he should have had the chance to grow up. When I was 31, I'm not sure if I could go back right now and see that person. I don't know if I would like 31-year-old Thea. Or even would I recognize her if I met her. What's going on here? So, he should have had the chance to grow the fuck up. But that's also true for the victims of Sandy Hook and all of the school shootings that are so numerous that I can't even keep count of them. I can't keep track of them. Now that's some nasty shit, okay? It should never be like that. That we have so many murders of children and people that we can't even keep it straight. So Canada is now codifying hate laws. And when I was listening to conservative media, I was against that. I was like, oh no, if you codify hate speech, you could be called a Nazi for questioning somebody's gender. And there is some of that on the left. I do believe there's transgender people, but I don't believe that every Tom, Dick, and Harry is transgender. I think some people are opportunistic about it. Like they may have something to gain by saying they're trans. For instance, if you're in a male-only prison and you say you're trans, and this is what I was taught, you're taught by the left that you're going to be, you're going to be completely fired and canceled if you say anything against that poor trans guy. And I'm like, no diss to trans people. Dylan Mulvaney is trans. Laverne Cox is trans. No diss. But is that guy in prison who wants to go in the female prison real trans or not? I could say that I'm transvisual, okay? I am uncomfortable in my blind body. I want to see. So does that mean I get to borrow your car this weekend? But I'm transvisual. I'm a trans. Hey, I should have the rights that all other visual people have. I should be able to drive a car. I should be able to get a job driving a goddamn car. What's all this discrimination about? Okay, so we can go really silly with it, which I just did, okay, just in case anybody's concerned. And I get it, because nowadays you don't know whether something's a satire or whether it's serious or what. So there are reasons that guardrails have to be put up on both sides of this spectrum. Guardrails so we don't go too far right, guardrails we don't go too far left. Steady on, straight on. And I'm not saying everything should be completely centrist, but if we're going to start We have to start somewhere, and I think these hate laws are a good place. They're going to codify exactly what constitutes criminal hate speech. And thereby, we're lucky enough to not have up here in Canada what you have down in the States, which is gun-toting patriots who've been drinking Kool-Aid. You've got people of all stripes hearing all kinds of disinformation. I'm not a big fan of Big Brother at all. I'd rather live in a brave new world than 1984, but that's only because of the good drugs. But and the feelies, definitely I want to go to a feelie. But so that's why I say you have to have hate laws so that things don't become further off the rails. If we're going to get a handle on this, in Canada, it's a baby monster. But in the States, it's grown quite a bit bigger. And if you're watching anything other than Rebel News or Fox News, even if you watch those things as well, you're going to hear that right-wing thinking, which started out with people having free speech to say any dang thing they want and collect followers, all that free speech led you here, that and guns. So the only way we can get out of it is to say, okay, there are just certain kinds of things you cannot say in the public square. I'm glad to see Canada codifying this. I hope they don't go too far the other way with it, but I'm glad to see them codifying exactly what constitutes hate speech, criminal hate speech.